Hey, I'm Allison from Learning at the Primary Pond. I'm a literacy specialist, and in this video, I'm going to share how you can do a blending drill with your K2 students that will improve their decoding skills and help them stop guessing at words, and it takes less than 5 minutes. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to do that now, and then also hit the little bell so that you're notified every time I post a brand new video about teaching literacy in K2. Okay, so let's talk blending drill. I'm actually going to switch my screen in a little bit and show you what a blending drill looks like and what it sounds like. But just to give you a little bit of background in case you're not familiar, the purpose of a blending drill, or rather the way a blending drill goes, is you are showing students letters and letter combinations. They say the sounds of those letters and letter combinations and then blend them together to make a word. Now, this can be used for many different skills. You might have seen it for CVC words, right? Just simple 3-letter words like hat or sun. So you can use it for that, but you can also use a blending drill for more complex skills, right? Like vowel teams. So it's really versatile, and once kids learn to use it, they can practice so many different phonics skills using this drill. So before we really dive into what it looks like and how to do it, I do have a question for you. I'm not sure how common a blending drill is. So in the comments, would you just let me know, have you ever tried a blending drill or something similar before? So let me know in the comments. All right, so I also want to talk briefly about why a blending drill is so valuable. In a blending drill, as I said, the kids are saying the sounds for the letters and letter combinations and then blending to read the whole word. And what a blending drill does is it trains students to focus on the individual sounds in words. This can help when kids are first learning to read, right? Because they're first learning to blend, but it can also be really helpful when your kids are guessing at words, like I mentioned, right? This can help with kids guessing at words, or when they're reading parts of words incorrectly, like they're just stumbling over parts of words or missing sounds or misreading sounds. It really gets them attending on each sound one at a time. And it's great for practicing or applying phonics knowledge. So you teach the kids a new skill or a new pattern, and then they're applying it in a variety of ways, but one of those ways can be through the blending drill. Okay, enough talking. Let's go ahead and switch the camera, and I'm actually going to show you what a blending drill looks like. Okay, so let's start off simple, and then I will show you how to make it more advanced. This is great for your kindergarten students that are learning to read CVC words. And so, like I said, you would only include letters and sounds that you've already taught. So you might not have all of the letters available if you're still teaching the alphabet. Now, at the very beginning, regardless of what grade you're teaching, you're going to want to model. So this is how you would do it. Cut. And you can have big cards, or this could be under the document camera, however you want to do it. The kids need to be able to clearly see the letters, right? So you model, and then when the kids are first learning to blend, like kindergarten age or maybe early first, after you model a word, actually have them do it 2 more times. So then you say, okay, let's do it together. And again, you point, and you and the students say, cut. And then you say, okay, now your turn. And the kids say on their own, cut. And you're just pointing at this point. Now, the kids saying it on their own while you point is the ultimate goal, right? But I'm just giving you that I do, we do, you do option for your early readers and for when you're first modeling so that kids understand how to get it. Now, we have one word, but we're not done, right? We can go through multiple words, and what I have stacked here are different letters. So next it might be up, cup. Now we get to a word that's actually a nonsense word, okay? And so I still have my students read nonsense words, and what they'll do is if it's a real word, they'll give thumbs up, and if it's not a real word, they'll do thumbs down. So, up, rup, and they do thumbs down, not a real word. If you work with English language learners, you may just have to tell them ahead of time, hey, this is not a real word, but it totally depends on your student. So this is a CVC word example. Next, we're going to look at a more complicated example. Okay, so as you can see, this is a more complex example. We've got a blend here, and then we've got some vowel teams. And the reason why these, like the EE and the OA, those are on one card is because they're working together to represent one sound. And every time we touch a card, it's one individual sound, right? So the same thing applies. They would still be reading st, eep, steep. You could also teach something like successive blending where it's like E, steep, steep. And so they're only adding on one sound at a time. You can also do that with CVC words. But I just wanted to give you an example of how it would work with kids that are a little bit more advanced. And then of course you can switch a card, switch any of these cards. And again, same thing, if it's a real word, thumbs up. If it's not a real word, thumbs down. So pretty simple, right? And you can even do this on slides. There's so many different ways to do this, but the most important thing to remember is that number one, you're only including patterns that the kids have already learned. And number two, the goal never is for them to shout it out. It's always for them to say the sounds and blend. This helps them, even with reading nonsense words, it's great because it helps them learn to attend to every single sound and stop guessing at words, right? Which is exactly what we want. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Now, this blending drill is actually one of 7 phonics routines that I highly, highly recommend that all K2 teachers incorporate into their classrooms for the best possible outcomes with their kids and their phonics learning, the reading fluency, and all of that good stuff. So if you want to learn the other 6 phonics routines that I always do with students at this age, I have a free webinar. It's a 1-hour training where I go over all 6 other routines in depth so you can see exactly what they are and how to do them. I will include a link for that free training along with this video, so make sure to look for that so you know all 7 routines. Thanks so much for watching. Again, I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.